All right. Hi, everybody. So just not too much to talk about, more from Lori again. I guess the minutes we'll review as soon as they're done. And COVID updates, anything you want to add to that, Lori? It's like
Yeah,
you've been busy.
actually, I wanted to let people know that, and I'm sure most people know, I mean, the news is just everywhere, but 16 and up everywhere. So if you have a child that you want or wants to be vaccinated, they can go to the clinics if they're at least 16 years old. Um,
Okay.
from 16 to 18, they should be accompanied with a parent um, for a vaccine. The We did several at the PACC clinic. I have been working there. Rhonda's been working there. They're really getting it done. It's very well run. I know that it's still difficult to get appointments because they go so fast. But if you happen to, if you're calling the telephone line and you actually get a ring, that means you're in the 25-person queue and you should stay on the line. Just let it ring, and sooner or later an operator will be with you to help you make an appointment. And as far as online appointments with Hayward.org, um, believe it or not, the best time to look at those appointments is, late in the evening prior to the next day's uh, clinic. We were able to get a couple people into spots that were open, and it's worked out really well. Um, I know people are going to start having events. Our numbers are down again. We're down to 11 today. We had two come off, two go on. Um, we keep seeing surges with every holiday. We go back up. And of course, we have vacation, school vacation has happened. So we may see a surge from that too. But we have a lot more people vaccinated at this point in time. So I'm hoping it kind of, evens itself out.
Hopefully. And I know they restarted the Johnson and Johnson, so
They did. That started again today.
today.
Evidently, um, I believe that it's coincidence on, well, I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Let me just put that out. Um, it's a coincidence, probably the blood clotting. I mean, it was such a small ratio, but it's horrible that they had to even think about it. Um,
Yeah. My sister had had it the day before they called it. And it's like, I think that they had said that about the other one. So I don't,
right.
sad, but I think it's safe. And I'm not
For
a scientist either, but everything I've read sounds like it's not a bad thing. So,
Yeah,
okay.
for anyone who's listening, I had the first and second dose. I had no reaction to either. I know
Awesome.
that doesn't happen for everybody, but everything I'm hearing the doctors and nurses saying while I'm there is make sure you're well hydrated prior to getting anything, any dose, and move that arm when you get home. So, whichever arm you choose to receive it in, to keep it from getting sore. Um, we've heard a gambit of um, reactions that people have had, from chills to achy bones. But the worst I heard is it lasted like an hour or so and they were fine afterwards. Um, but anyone who has concerns when they're getting one should talk to the doctor before they get the dose, just to make sure, that you don't have anything that they want to watch.
Yes. I know some people that if you've ever had to use an EpiPen, they make you sit for a half an hour
Half
instead
an
of
hour.
15 minutes,
That is
uh,
correct.
which is good. I think there's a lot of caution going into it. So
Yeah. Yep.
good. Does
Yep.
anybody have any questions about it?
I was just going to add that, excuse me, going to add that if you can't get into the PACC, try Winchendon. It's a million times easier. And from what I understand, Rutland's going to be having a clinic again They had the J&J one, and then they had to cancel it. But I think, don't quote me because I'm not positive, but they're going to reopen that clinic with J&J possibly
Awesome.
in a couple of weeks. But the one in Wichita was super easy to get into, and I think Fallon ran it, I want to say.
Yeah, I
Like-
think you're right.
And it was awesome.
The clinics really
As
are
far as
awesome.
getting stabbed goes.
Yeah.
They, all of the clinics are listed on the state website. You can find any of those clinics on the state website, which I put on the daily report. CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens,
Mhm.
which Rite Aid I think is Walgreens now. They're all starting to get more vaccine too. So you can make appointments with those facilities too.
There are still some Rite Aids that are not Walgreens that haven't bought in, so to speak. I know the one in Clinton is still a Rite Aid, and Price Chopper has them too.
They do.
So I have heard some tricks that people go in and register to get on their sites in a different state, and then you can pick which state just so that they can get the initial process, which sounds weird, but if you go in trying to get to a specific one, you're not getting on. So
You can also go to New Hampshire. New Hampshire opened it up to everybody.
yeah, to everybody without just kind of
So,
walk-in. So
Yeah, that's even easier.
Mhm. So I think we're on top of it. It's been better than it has been. So,
Yeah.
okay. Any other questions or comments?
Just with the good weather, people are going to start having get-togethers. They're still recommending, 10 indoors, 25 outdoors for homes, personal residences. The outdoor events has gone up a little bit. If you can make the space, you can have up to 100 indoors, 150 outdoors. So, hopefully it'll change a little bit more in the next coming weeks. That would be great.
I know.
Didn't
And it's
the
nice to,
CDC just release something on the distance though? They said kids can be up to 3 feet away.
3 feet for
Yes.
schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The schools
It's,
between it's DESE made the change, and they don't have to, if they've been exposed, if they were 3 feet or more apart, wearing masks, less than 15 minutes of exposure. Actually, I think the exposure changed too. They don't have to quarantine. So that did change. I can put that out on tomorrow's report.
That would be
with
great.
link to that information.
And it's nice to see the sign in Templeton flashing at us to stay 6 feet apart, wear your masks and social distance.
well,
That's good.
if you're interested and you want to go read something fun, go to the MIT study.
MIT study. Okay.
Yeah. So if Laura, have you seen it yet?
Yes,
I'm gonna,
Scientists doing scientific stuff.
yes.
And well, I'll leave it at that. 'Cause I
okay,
don't want to
now I'm
discourage
interested.
anybody.
Okay.
Lot of information on
Yeah, a lot.
distancing
Oh.
and
Okay, I'll have to
So.
look at it. I get an update from my doctor every night. I don't think he's included that yet.
Ask them how many people have died from the flu this year.
Oh, ask my doctor that?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to tell you
I
that.
asked
so-
mine, he didn't have an answer.
No, they don't. So I've had other people ask me that, so. Oh, Laura, there's a question. What was it?
Harry Griffiths wants to know if there's anything about beaches like Dunn's and
Will there anything about the
Swimming.
beaches opening, swimming places?
yeah,
Duns.
they're actually going to be able to open, and it'll still be the regulation. Right now, it's still the regulations from last year. If you have a blanket, you want to be so many feet apart. It's 6 feet.
Okay,
But I can put that out there tomorrow too. So for beaches,
Okay.
and pools, and anything else.
okay.
Laura?
there you go. That was the other that was the only question right now.
Okay.
So, all right. And other activities, I see the abandoned house initiative is going again. Or it hasn't
Yes.
stopped, but I just saw
No.
in the minutes. That's awesome. Or in the
Yeah.
notes.
So 21 South Main was a huge project. there was a lot of outdoor trash, the house was full of trash. And there was a company who actually, through the Abandoned Housing Initiative, bought the mortgage from the bank that was foreclosing on it, went in, removed all the trash inside and outside, and it went up for auction last week, and somebody did bid on it, and it looks like that's probably going to go through. So we
Oh,
should see
awesome.
we should see some more repairs, and we released it because all the trash was removed. They'll have to go through the regular permitting process for all the repairs that need to be done. So that'll be overseen by the building commissioner.
Nice, awesome. Anybody else have any questions or comments about the other activities?
Nothing.
Somebody had asked me about concessions at sporting events in the spring. I know it was in the report. You're gonna have some more on that later.
Actually, concessions can happen. Although I don't always agree with everything that gets put out there, there has to be, when you buy food from the concession stand and you want to eat it, there has to be a separate area for people to eat, or they can sit on blankets or in their own chairs. What they don't want is people sitting too close to each other in the bleachers eating their food. So
That
they
makes sense.
the
Okay.
concession stands can open.
Okay, that was, they were curious as to when, because it's a big part of some of the youth sports
Yep, no.
economy.
I'm in touch with Scott Dill and Jason with the Little League. So I don't know who else is out there, but the concessions can open.
Great. I had somebody ask me how they can dispose of fluorescent light bulbs.
If they call the office,
Okay,
978-894-2771, I can make arrangements. We have a mercury shed down at the closed landfill that I can take fluorescent bulbs to put in.
okay,
I mean, if it's not an exorbitant amount, they can drop them off at town hall and just call me before they come, and I can take them down to the landfill.
okay. I don't think it's an exorbitant amount, but somebody
Okay.
had contacted me. Okay, great. Thank you, Lori.
You're welcome.
I think that was my only comment, other than Earl, are you running? Did you get your paper signed?
What a
He's staring
silly
at me like,
question.
what? A silly question? I'm just like you on the board.
Quickly, I in expedited fashion, I did. All signatures,
Okay.
everything was all set, right? Lori, do you know?
Thought so.
I haven't heard otherwise. Yes, I did it the day that they came out, I think, or the day after.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Good to hear.
I don't know if I'll win though, so we'll see.
Was anybody else running?
Doesn't matter.
I don't know the answer to that, actually.
You don't know the answer? Okay. Well, good luck. Thank you
Thank you.
for that update. All right. Any other comments from anybody? Anything on there? Okay.
I do have one other thing, and I know that it wasn't on the agenda, and that's because I got it in yesterday. Not
Okay.
yesterday. It came in the drop box, and I got it in
Today.
today's. It is a completed community septic program application,
Okay.
and it is for 58 Michaels Lane in Baldwinville. And I would rather not make them wait if I don't have to, due to the failure situation.
Okay.
So they have applied for $11,375. All their paperwork is here. And if we can have a vote on it, she did get three quotes.
Okay.
She's chosen to go with the lowest bidder, which is Lyman. And if I could get you guys to, if you have questions, I'm happy to answer them, or to get a vote on it, on whether or not to go with it.
Okay, is all the paperwork is in order?
All the paperwork is in order.
Okay.
I'm fine
Earl,
with
you
it.
might have more questions about that than I would.
No, I'm fine with it. What about the other one, One Walnut Street? Is that one gone?
He still hasn't gotten me, I need bids. So I
I
can
will
get-
speak with the necessary party.
okay, thank you.
So they have to give you 3 bids? Or,
You know, it's been very difficult for people to get 3 bids, and where the community septic loan really is for the, to prevent contamination and to help people with failures. If they can't get 3 bids, we'll work with them, but I need them to get in touch with me. Sometimes I can prompt some of the installers to get some quotes out there, depending on who they contacted.
okay, it seems like that's an issue with a lot of
Yeah, right now,
companies, so you're either so busy or they don't have
Right.
help.
Very time consuming.
Yeah,
is.
It really is.
it is.
okay. I don't have a problem with that if everybody's in agreement. I think definitely give them the loan.
Okay, that was $11,375.
Okay. Is that Laura and Earl? Good
I'm
with
fine
that?
with it.
that.
Okay. What do you want to make a motion?
I motion to accept.
Okay.
I'll
thank you.
second it.
Thank you. All in favor. Do
Yay.
you need me to sign that, Lori, or
Not at this point.
not
We're-
at this time?
We're not there yet. The approval gets me going on the paperwork, so.
Great. Okay. Perfect. Anything else?
That's all I have for now. I mean, we're still doing, you know, occasional food inspections where there's a lot going on, perk tests and other than that.
Okay. You're exhausted.
I'm a little tired. I am a little tired, but that's okay.
As Tom
Right.
would say, how's Lori doing with the vid? No,
The vid,
it's like there's just so much going on with it. So
there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
I think there
feel.
is good. That's good that you're always so positive. So I'm glad to see that you can see that light. So good. All right. So when would our next meeting be?
Let me look.
It's hard to
So-
believe it's almost May. So
Yes, it is. So it would be the 4th Monday, so the 24th?
24th. Okay.
I don't think that coincides with any holidays, right? When's
When's
Memorial
Memorial Day?
I don't know. I'll
I'm
double,
gonna look.
thank
Oh,
you.
look, It's the 31st. So
Okay,
so
so
we're good. Okay. All right. What's that? Any other comments on the Facebook? Okay. YouTube, sorry, not the Facebook. All right. Well, then I think we're done, right?
Yeah, and you know, the minutes, I'll have those for you, like I
Okay.
said.
Not a worry.
Okay.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Earl is done. Okay.
Earl's done.
I'm not
Okay.
done. I just,
The dog needs to play. So, okay, I think we're ready. So, okay, thank you, everybody.
thank
And we
you.
will see you on the 24th. We'll see you hopefully at the town meeting.
You
Good
will.
luck with the elections, Earl. And
Oh, thank you.
thank you, Lori.
Town meeting, how are they doing that?
It's gonna be, as far as I know, well, the moderator is in control of the town meeting, but I
No.
believe
Where?
at the school in the auditorium.
Oh, because I think Gardner's doing theirs in the field, on the football field.
As far as I know, it's
think.
an indoor deal
Oh,
at this time.
They
okay.
did last time. Families could sit together and masks and social distancing from other.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.